So hello everyone, once again welcome back in our video series of C programming by Tech Booster. So guys, in this video we'll learn about C library and header files. So here the first question comes, what is C library? So as you can see here, library is basically collection of header files. And when I talk about your header files are collection of functions. Now you might have a question, what is function? Functions are basically another code which is basically written to solve particular purpose. Or in short, in your program you can call your function for a particular reason. Instead of writing those particular lines, your single function will solve your purpose. So don't worry, we'll be discussing function in our later videos. And as of now, I have just considered an example here of function. Here you can see printf is a function, and you need to remember your function will always end with open and close parentheses. By this you can recognize any one of your function. Now if I talk about your header files in your C programming, there are many header files, and many of you might have a question like, why to have this number of header files? We can keep all our functions within a single header file. So for this, let us understand one very simple thing. If I talk about the memory of your system, if I talk about our hard disk, basically what we used to do, we used to divide our memory into number of drives. And within single drive, we used to create our folders, and within folders, we used to keep our specific files. Like for any specific reason, we used to create our specific files, and we used to keep our relevant files in a particular folder so that when time comes, we can access our files. Similar is the case here. We have our relevant functions in a specific header file so that we can access it easily. Here in this video, I have considered few of our header files. Even apart from the files, or even apart from these header files that I have considered here, there are few other header files which we will be discussing in our later videos as time comes. Here my first header file that I have considered is your stdio.h. And you need to remember, your header file will always end with .h. .h is your extension here. Here stdio stands for standard input output, and this particular header file will consist of all the functions which is mainly used to consider any of your input or to print any of your output. The next header file that I have considered is your conio.h, that is your console input output, and this header file will consist of your functions which is mainly used to control your console window. Then I have considered your string.h. String.h is basically used to carry all your functions which will be working on your string. Then I have considered math.h. This is again another important header file. Here this header file will consist of all the functions which is used for your mathematical problems. Then I have considered stdlib.h, that is a standard library, and this will consist of all your elementary functions. Then again I have considered dos.h, which is basically used to focus all the informations from your operating system. Now as I have told you, within these libraries or within these header files you will be having specific functions. I have considered few of my functions here as well, although there are many other functions in a specific header file, but I have considered only a few of them. If I talk about your stdio.h, here I have considered printf and scanf. If I talk about your conio.h, here I have considered clear screen and getch. If I talk about your string.h, here I have considered string length and string reverse. strlen is basically used to get the length of your string, and strrev is used to reverse your string. Here in your math.h, I have considered rand and power, which is basically used to generate random number or to get power. We have another function like square root. You can also find out your division and other functions. Next, in your standard library, we have is your exit function that is used to exit from your program. We have your absolute function, which is used to get your absolute value. In your dos.h, which is basically used to get information from your operating system, we have get date, we have get time. These are few of the functions that I have considered, but you need to know there are many other functions apart from this which we will be discussing in our later videos as per our requirement. Now let's move forward and check out your C programming syntax. So here in this case I have considered a simple program where we'll just try to print hello world in our console, and this is our syntax. Your C program will always start with your header file. Here in this program, hash include stdio.h is your header file here, and as I told you, stdio.h is your header file, and your header file will always have an extension of .h. Here include is the folder where all your header files reside. Like you have many header files in your C and C++, you will get all your header files in this include folder. So let me show you this one as well. Here in this case I will just open my C drive, and you just need to move into your program files where I have installed my code blocks. I'll open my code blocks. Now here in this case, sorry, but I will go back to C and I'll open program files x86. So now here I'll open code blocks, and from here I'll open mingw. So you need to double click here, and you'll see you will have a folder named as include. So once you double click this one, once you open this one, you can see these are all your header files for C and C++. You can see this is your conio.h. You will have your other header files, like as we discussed, you'll be having your math.h. This is your math.h. This is your math.h. You will be having your stdio.h. This is your stdio.h, stdlib.h. So this particular folder will include all your header files. Now the next line that you need to write is your main function. You can check out, this is your main function. Main function is basically used to indicate your compiler from where your program will start. In our next video, we will be discussing this main function in details. As of now, you just need to know main function is the point from where your program will start, and then you need to use this curly bracket, and within your curly bracket you need to write your program. Like here in this case, as I want to print hello world, that's the reason I have used this function printf. You can check out, this is my function printf, and then hello world, and this printf function will work because of this header file. If you don't include this particular header file, your printf function will not work. And whenever you want to include your header file, you need to use this hash, and here your hash is the preprocessor directive, or you can also call it as macro. And this is the way how you can include any of your header file. Now depending on your functions that you are going to use in your program, you need to add different header files. And finally, you need to write this return 0. I will be discussing this one as well in my next video, and because of this return 0, I need to use this int here. So guys, with this I hope your header file now is clear. Now you know why you need to have header file in your C program. So guys, with this I'll be winding this video here. In our next video we'll come up with our main function. So till then, goodbye and take care.